Click the link below to download this as a podcast.
It's been a bit quiet, hasn't it? I've been...
What, in the last 3 months?
Okay, there was something that I found last week about one that was in an old people's home. It escaped from some zoo, it was wandering about, it was enjoying itself, and then when it got to the night time, it was like, oh, what am I going to do? And the first place it came across was like this old people's home.
Yeah.
Went in there, I think it was there for about a week and a half, without anyone realising.
No,
No, it did.
No, what, so the helpers and the nurses and the social workers and the matrons and all that, they thought, well, Mr. Sanders looks a bit hairy. But I mean, that happens, you know, it comes out your ear and your nose when you get to about 70. And he stooped over, yeah, of course he has, he got bow legs, yeah. And he eats more fruit, of course he does.
Well, that's when they realised.
Why?
Because someone in the kitchen said, hang on a minute, getting through more bananas than we normally get.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news, you
Right. I haven't read this through properly, so
I'm
just
assumed Christ. What do you mean you haven't read it through
basically,
properly?
right, it's about problems with chat rooms and that, right? A lot of people, it's like the new way of meeting people and that, in it now, chat rooms, you get on there, you can have a chat.
If you say someone was having a meeting with someone, they wanted to meet... Right, okay.
Please don't preempt it.
Right, there is not an animal in the world that
Right,
can
it doesn't
operate
matter,
and
do you want
understand.
to know the story? You said that
did they get married? It was 3 months later. She realised, oh, there's a lot of bananas gone from my fridge.
See, what annoys
I
me
want
is,
a divorce.
This is what annoys
Bobo.
me. You say that monkeys can do Shakespeare if they're given the time.
No, that's not it.
Let's not get into the
It's
whole
a
Shakespeare and
philosophical
monkeys.
conundrum.
Please, let's not get into that debate again. We'll
It's
be all
about
night.
it's about
Yeah.
infinity.
Right, so this one then.
Oh.
So this chat room, right? And the thing is, with chat rooms, you have like a big boss who's looking over it and making sure nothing dodgy's going on.
Right.
Right, so certain keywords come up and
Who's that, Dr.
sort of
Zayas?
right? So anyway, they were looking over it, trying to look for dodgy stuff, but they kept coming over like really strange things. Like instead of saying, "Do you want to meet in a restaurant or bar?" Right, it'd be like,
Do you want to meet in a tree?
"What tree do you want to meet?"
Right, okay.
Are you shooting
That's
off?
the end, yeah.
I'll see you later,
Seriously,
mate.
'cause that's gone
I'm just going to listen to the end of it anyway.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you believe that shit, honestly.
No, I'm just telling you what's online.
Let's hear the rest of it.
How you're nearly you're ill. Okay, well, I don't know the PC term for this, so I really apologise. You're nearly retarded in some aspects.
Instead of sort of saying wear something sexy, they'd say make sure you bring plenty of bananas.
Right,
stuff
you're
like
talking absolute. Okay.
Are you making up the monkey news now because you can't find it anymore?
And instead of saying should we get married, they're saying how swollen and red is your arse?
Do you know
You
what?
stupid fool.
No, that was me.
Tell you what is annoying.
What?
Steve's told me about a film that is about a monkey going off with a woman.
The Charlotte Rampling thing where she.
It's a film called Max Mon Amour. Yeah, she has an affair with a monkey. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
You wouldn't like
Don't
it.
go, we can't go into
You
it.
wouldn't
We need
like
monkey
it.
news.
You wouldn't like it. It's not like it's weird, and you wouldn't, Carl. It's not like a nature program where he wears a bowler hat and can talk. Okay, the nature programs that you seem to see.
Yes, I've got to think I haven't seen that one.
No, yeah. Come on, do monkey news.
Well, monkey news this week.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news, you.
Right, it's about this monkey that was knocking about in the 1950s.
Right.
It was known in the sort of LA area, right? And apparently, again, I haven't really checked all this out. I've just picked up bits that look interesting.
Yeah.
Wore a golden mask and like a cape and a leopard skin belt and stuff, right? So people didn't know he was a monkey.
Of course they didn't know, yeah.
They thought it was this bloke who's going around and he was helping out crime situations and stuff.
Right, you're an idiot. So this disguise that you see a 3'6" bloke with arms the length of his body.
No, but that's the funny thing, right? They sort of thought, it's a bit odd, you know, he's stocky, yet extremely flexible.
Yeah, and hairy, because he only wore a white mask and a belt.
And a distinctive jawline and stuff. And then,
Right.
apparently, like, he used to sort of get to his...
Nothing we say gets through, does it? You've decided you can picture
telling
this
you,
monkey
just
going
telling you
around
what's going
solving
on.
crimes, and
I'm
it's...
telling you.
Let him finish the story. Time's running out.
So it sort of get to its crime by, like, swinging from the trees and stuff.
Of course it would,
right?
yeah.
Well, people just thought it's a normal fella.
Of course.
Then what happened was...
This is the bit that's going to annoy me, isn't it?
he helped some fellas out, like, you know, and for a reward, they were like, "Do you want some money? You know, you've helped save our lives during a crime and stuff. Do you want some money in that?" And he just went straight for the shopping bags, got a couple of bananas and apples, right? And as he was bent down, looking into the bag, getting the bananas and apples, they pulled his mask off, little monkey.
So he wasn't allowed to work for the police anymore?
It ended there.
Sure.
Weird, isn't it? Well, my mum sent me some. Right. I got a little letter from her doing the usual sort of stuff, telling me what she's been up to and that. It was a little thing about somewhere in Lincolnshire or something.
Right,
To
good.
do a bit of monkey throwing.
What do you mean?
Because some fella got attacked by one once, and sort of to remember him, on this certain day they go, "Oh, it was today, wasn't it?" And that fella got attacked by a little monkey and that. And the something about chucking monkeys about.
That's horrible.
I don't know if they're real. I think it's just like to remember.
All right.
But that's the only sort of stuff that's knocking about out there.
But it's not. That's not.
I've got my
monkey
mum and
news.
dad on it, looking all the time for stuff.
Yeah, there must be more monkey news than that.
There isn't nothing. I mean, there's bits and pieces. There was a bit about Donna Eyre, how when she has a kid, she's going to let a gorilla look after it for a week or something. But apart from that, it's dead out there.
True.
Well, I don't know what that means.
She's well, that's it.
Well, it's
Apparently,
not true. She's not going to let a gorilla look after a
No,
child.
it is. Apparently, a fella works with him or something, and
This is rubbish!
it's not rubbish.
How can she let a gorilla look after a baby for a week?
Well, forget it.
Sorry, have you ever heard her speak?
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news, you.
Right now, it was back in the 1980s.
Right. So it is quite topical then. Okay. When did this happen then? 1980s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a Colombian F1 sort of, Formula One driver.
Yeah.
Apparently these races were going on, right? And someone kept winning them.
Right, okay, forget it. Forget it. No, don't do it. It's because it's rubbish. Because it's rubbish.
Right, so someone kept winning the races.
So this human that kept winning the race. So this human being that kept winning the races, Karl, what was his name?
His name it's Jimmy something.
Yeah. How tall was he? Just out of interest.
No,
let's hear the story. Let's hear the story.
Was he about 4 foot
You
8?
might find out if I tell you the story.
Yeah.
Right?
Go on.
So anyway, he kept winning and everyone was like, "Oh, he's brilliant, this guy, who is he?" and all that.
Yeah.
But his gimmick, right?
Was never showing his body or face?
That's right. Never
You're
took his
joking.
helmet off.
You're an idiot.
Never took his helmet off, right?
You know the short trousers he used to wear. His trousers were about a foot long, but his shirts, the sleeves were really long.
Anyway, right, so because he wouldn't take his helmet off, and
You're an idiot.
He was taking part in, like, the F3, which is like the lower ranks
Yeah.
of Formula 1 and that.
Just get to it.
Everyone thought it was like a famous driver who was taking
just
part in that.
get to being a monkey. and then
Anyway,
we can
what
go
happened
home.
was, there was a crash one day,
Yeah.
and the car tipped over, everyone's like, "Oh."
He ran up a tree.
So,
They suspected when he ran away with the ambulance people up a tree and started eating a banana.
so the marshals ran over and the ambulance people were there, and they
Yeah.
were about to take his helmet off, and the marshal was like, "Don't take his helmet off.
Give away the secret that he's a
Give
monkey.
away the secret," and that.
Yeah, chimp. Yeah.
Took his helmet off.
Jimmy Chimpers.
Little monkey under there.
No, definitely not. Okay, let's play Ryan Adams.
Did he
We'll see-
survive? Let me
Yeah.
just a couple of questions. Did he survive?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He was allowed to keep all the awards that he won.
Sure.
But he wasn't allowed to take part in any other races.
Yeah, didn't happen.
Little monkey. What happened is, it's this plane, right? Aeroflot, I think it is, Russian airline. Having a good flight, everything's going normal and that.
This is gonna be libelous. The pilot. Sorry, I mustn't interrupt myself. How tall was the pilot on this flight?
Okay, listen, we've had a few complaints. People saying, "Don't interrupt
but
monkey
Steve!
news."
Okay.
Don't interrupt
Okay,
monkey
I
news
won't
halfway
then.
through. It's like the
Okay.
weather girl complaining whilst Trevor McDonald's doing.
Okay, all right. Go on then. Go on then.
Alright, so, the flight's going well. Food's been served and all the rest of it. Anyway, someone gets upset about not having many nuts.
Right, they've not got enough nuts.
They hand the nuts out and that. One of the sort of passengers is going mental. Because it's like, well, I want-
What's he saying?
He's just
What
going
language
mad.
is he talking? Is he Russian or English?
So anyway, there's a bit of a fight going on. Fight starts happening. People are going, "What's up with that little fella?" Right?
The little hairy bloke.
So they sort of drag
What's
him.
wrong? What's wrong with Bob Hoskins? And why is he screaming? Why isn't he talking in his usual Cockney accent? Why is Bob Hoskins screaming and grabbing at nuts?
So You've ruined it. Right?
Come on.
Forget it.
What have I ruined?
Right, Rick, turn his microphone off. I
Okay,
can't interrupt
right.
you.
Right. So anyway, so there's a fight going on. Nuts are going everywhere, right? So, anyway, so they manage to tie him down. They get him on the floor, tie his legs up and that, right?
His little legs.
Get him to the... Get him...
Come
See you later. Have a good Christmas.
No! Karl, how dare you! Finish the story.
All that happened is they got back. It turned out that he shouldn't have been on the plane anyway.
Why?
His passport wasn't valid.
Right.
And you can't cause problems on planes and that. So he got put in a cell for a bit. Turned out it was a little monkey. Alright?
Quick question, how did he complain about the shortage of nuts?
Yeah.
He just was going mental.
Right, he didn't actually call over a stewardess, he just...
Well,
wanted to-
how did you get on the plane in the first place? What ticket did he have?
Have a good Christmas and that.
But you
yeah?
know it's rubbish. You
See
must
you
know
later.
that's rubbish.
All
You
the
must
best.
know that's rubbish.
All the best.
You must know that's rubbish.
About this woman monkey who was born in 1834. Right? Half monkey, half woman.
No. Not true.
It happened, apparently. It was
Impossible.
it was in the Daily Mail. Right?
Okay.
The Victorian ape woman was her name.
Yeah, I christened this thing Victorian Ape Woman. Well, we thought Sandra. No, I'm calling it Victorian Ape Woman.
She was about 4 foot.
No, didn't happen.
She had lovely thick black hair on her head and on the back of her legs and on her arms.
Yeah.
Alright.
Save stockings.
Let's have a look.
And she
was-
didn't need a bustle because of a huge ape-like arse sticking out the back of her dress.
She was good at reading and sewing. She
Well,
had a
it was
kid.
good because they didn't have opposable thumbs. So,
She could speak 3 languages.
yes.
She was
Human, monkey, and monkey human.
20 offers of marriage. Does that annoy you, Steve?
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right, there's this monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was number 6 or number 7 or something, right? In this lab, right? And anyway, it's in there with like, you know, the rabbits and little mice and stuff like that. And
The rabbit smoking.
the nurse, right? The nurse, not the nurse, the woman who works in the lab. What would you call her? The nurse?
Depends what depends what her job was. If she was a lab assistant, you call her a lab assistant.
Right.
I mean, they probably call her by a name.
All right, lab assistant, right?
Kirsty.
So
I
she's
think it's probably Kirsty.
Right,
Kirsty Morris.
well, she's in there, right?
Yeah.
And she don't work with many people and that. She's mainly on her own with, you know, just putting lipstick on rabbits and stuff like that, right?
Chimpanzee.
So,
Chimpanzee. He's putting on lipstick. Chimpanzee. She's got hairy legs.
he gets pally, right, with this woman because, you know, he gets to a point when she sees him every day.
The way he sort of tries to string out like it's a narrative love story. The chimp put his hand out and grabbed her, and then you're thinking that he made a move on her.
So
Right, come on,
he's
let me
allowed
tell
out.
the
He's allowed out.
Oh,
the
it's not a
cage.
story, is it?
He's allowed out the cage and whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so he's wandering about, and as time goes on, he's watching what she's doing more and more. Right. So he notices like the code on the door. Right. Whatever 247 or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, right, I've clocked that. I've got
Yeah.
that. I'll remember that. Right. And then he goes, right, there's a lot of lipstick and that knocking about, a lot of makeup.
Right, okay. No, there's no way. No, because
So-
Steve, you know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
So he's there.
It's ridiculous.
And he's going, well, if it's there, you know what I mean? So while she's messing about with the rabbit, he gets there, he's in front of the mirror, putting a little bit of lippy on. Right?
No, I know. It's gone too far.
Little bit of
No, it's gone too far, Steve.
Right,
Your mic's off, Rick. He's finishing the story.
So-
Turn mine off as well.
It's gone.
It's looking pretty
I
good.
didn't mention the mascara.
It's looking alright, right? So it knows the code on the door, 247, right? So when she's sort of messing about with the rabbit, right, he goes, right, here's my chance. He's looking good, 247, out the door, reception man's there, he's like, alright, Kirsty, right?
Talk shit. Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news, you.
Right, well, this monkey news story, right, it's about, this fella, a couple of fellas in Texas,
Yeah.
sort of running a farm,
Yeah.
right?
Just gonna say, they're definitely fellas. Well, how tall are they?
Can we
the fellas
just let him tell
Okay,
the
they
story?
aren't human beings. These two are human beings.
Time's against us.
They're
Rick.
running this farm and that, and anyway, so they're outside getting the cattle, and he turns round, right?
It's just that cow's.
Couple of monkeys walking about. So he goes, "What's going on?" Right. So anyway, so it's in Texas. They don't know what to do with the monkeys. There isn't a zoo. It's fairly barren there, isn't it? You know what I mean? Not much going about. So the other fella who runs the farm with him says, "Look, we need a bit of an hand." Right. So let's teach them some stuff, and the monkeys were happy with that because they were lost anyway, right? So they had
They had nothing to do. They were bumming around. They were looking for work.
They'd hired a motorhome. They'd got out of their way.
Maybe it's like the Hulk. They were like Bruce Banner wandering around, going, "I need some work." You won't get angry, will you?
So anyway, right? So they taught these monkeys how to ride a horse, right? So they've both got a.
Sorry, you're sure Charlton Heston's not going to pop up? You sure you weren't watching a video last night and thought it was a documentary?
They've both got a horse each, right? They've been given like a little lasso and all that business.
Oh, don't talk shit, Karl.
So anyway, it's going well, and it carried on for about 2 years. This, right? It's like, you know, rounding up the cattle every night and all that.
Yeah.
So the two fellas are chatting, going, "It's worked out well, hasn't it?"
Right, if there's a hostile takeover and they sort of like buy up 51% of the shares or
So
something.
it says, for this to continue, the monkeys are getting old a bit now. We need a little woman monkey in here to sort of get some kids going for like the future farm people.
Forward
right?
planning, yeah.
So they get a little woman monkey.
They decided to only hire monkeys from Ireland.
Why not? It's working. Why mess with something when it's not broke, right? So they get the little woman monkey in. They have kids and all that business, right? But the problem was, right, when they first got the woman monkey in, it was like, well, which one's gonna have the woman? Right? So they started sort of fighting a bit and what have you. But because they'd seen the owners of the farm with like
Don't
guns
tell
and
me the
stuff,
baby monkeys didn't want to go into the family business, want enough to be a lawyer.
they had a bit of a shoot-off.
Shut up!
They got two monkeys, right? And
Don't stop!
because they'd seen the owners with guns and what have you.
Yeah, no, that sounds
So they had a bit of a shoot-off.
Yeah.
That's how they sorted it out.
And who won?
I think it was George. The one called George.
Right.
So I think they had 17 kids. The farm's still running.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news, yeah.
There isn't. I've been away, haven't I?
There's been no monkey news. You can't get.
No, but I haven't had a proper chance to sort of, you know.
Karl, your monkey news is of spurious tales from the 17th century sometimes. So let's have one of those.
No,
let's have a monkey who dressed as Zorro and they thought he was a woodsman, but when they took his head off, he was a 4-foot hairy chimp. Let's have one of those ridiculous stories.
Well, we've done that though. But do you want to go back on some of the ones?
Oh,
to sort of
just
recap?
what is the
No,
monkey news? There must have been some monkey news this
Right.
week.
The only thing that sort of stood out, do you know, like they're having problems.
You're just making this up. Where's your information? Where's the piece of paper? Where's the document? What is this?
Because I've been away, so I haven't got
Right,
anything.
let's just
that's
let's
today.
But it's bad enough when he's reading it, he gets it wrong. When he's just riffing, it's going to be absolute twaddle.
Let's hear it out.
Right, do you know, like they're having problems getting new people to be policemen?
Oh, fuck.
Go on.
They've in America, they're taking them on to sort of join the SWAT team.
They've taken what on?
Some little monkeys.
Okay.
Giving them walkie-talkies and all that. And
Well, they can't talk.
They're just walkies.
they don't have to.
Yeah, giving them some walkies. What do you mean?
they're
What
just
was...
being given commands and that? And they go
What, so
back-
it's one way, they tell them, they've got the little thing
well,
strapped to them.
they're good at like getting into small, sort of, you know, small places and that, and sort of, you know, cracking stuff and all that. Like I say, it's just half a story I just picked up on.
That's not a story!
Well, what do you want?
Monkey news!
Okay, we've got to sort this out. We didn't meet again this week, and this is a shoddy show. I thought we had a sort of framework for it, but, do you know what I mean? No, I thought, you know, Karl could sort of tell him what was going on. He doesn't know anything except watching telly. Late night telly on strange channels, like he gets all his information about the news on Anna Nova, and, I mean, I even tried to help him because, Monkey News last week was awful.
It wasn't Monkey News.
It wasn't Monkey News, it was, I can't remember it.
I've been away on holiday.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the Monkey News stops. I phoned him up. There was a front cover of the, I think it was the Telegraph one day this week, and it was an ironic story. It was a fluff piece, but it was a funny story. It was about a monkey in a zoo that had a ruck with its father because it's adolescent. It was like the equivalent of like 16 to 18, and it had a fight with its father, and it escaped. It ran away, and it was like, you know, an interesting story.
Yeah.
I phoned Karl up and said, "It's a monkey news. A monkey has escaped from its cage after an argument with its father." And he said, "What was the argument about?" I mean, he thinks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
What was the argument about? Like the zookeepers are going, "Oh look, oh no, he's brought up his untidy room again."
The father. Oh, look, he's caught him smoking. I mean, what do you mean? What was the argument about? They have fights. They have fights, and then it ran away.
His dad wanted him to go to college, but he just wants to quit and get a job.
Yeah, and he fancied a monkey in the other cage, and the father was saying, "She's not good enough for you." No. Oh,
So
what
we've got
was
some
it
monkey
about?
news today.
Yeah, I got a little bit of monkey.
You got a little bit of
news,
monkey news, right? You've redeemed yourself
alright,
then this week.
We've got some stuff there and that.
Josh Rags, it's the night time on XFM 104.9. Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais, Karl Pilkington, and what is it time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right then, so there's this monkey, right, in Canada. It's in a zoo in Toronto, I think it is. His name's Pascal, right, and what happened was all the people in the zoo sort of said, you know, what can we do, sort of spice the day up a bit, right?
Yeah.
So they left.
Embellishing. No way this is a news story.
Let him do the news.
Okay.
So they
Any
left.
dates?
Just let him read the news, alright?
Well,
He wouldn't interrupt Moira
It
Stewart.
was about 2 weeks ago.
No, because she always says today, so you know it's news. She doesn't say, right, there was a monkey, right?
Right,
Well, in Canada,
Go on,
right?
mate, just finish it. It'll be all
A
right.
couple of weeks ago in this zoo in Canada.
Right.
They got a camcorder
Right.
and they said let's leave it for the monkey to have a play with, right? So anyway, they passed it around,
Won a BAFTA.
and a couple of chimps and that were rubbish at it. They were like filming the floor and all that, and the fingers were always in shot and stuff like that, right? But anyway, there was this one chimp called Pascal, right, who
Annoys me that he calls them monkeys, though.
He
They're
was-
not monkeys, they're apes.
he
Go
was
on.
he was a dab hand at it. Right? He was like filming stuff, really good shots, you know, sort of nice mood and that. He used the lighting properly and all the rest of it.
No, he didn't!
This is the news. What are you talking about? This is the news.
Oh,
So
Steve,
anyway.
it's so annoying. You know it annoys me so much. Things like that. He was a dab under. He was doing really good shots. It really annoys me.
Let's hear the news.
Anyway, right, so he started, at night, like, when the zookeepers went home, he started filming, like, other monkeys on the go, like, whilst they were at it, right? And he was filming them and what have you.
The Ron Jeremy of
I
the
love
zoo.
it. You know it's going to end up on the web.
So anyway, the zookeepers came in the next day and it's like, let's see what shots he's got. Anyway, he's got all this, like, you know, all these monkeys at it and what have you. So,
Oh, yeah, this is, honestly, you don't know what this is doing to me, Steve. Can I stop him now?
So they thought, like, actually there's a few monkeys who aren't at it enough. Do you know what I mean? They have problems and what have you, so let's give them the videos.
That is so untrue. This is so untrue. It's so untrue that it was filmed by a monkey.
So
It's
what
so
happened then,
untrue.
right?
Rick, I don't know who to believe.
Oh, Carl, you're talking so much shit again. You must know that's not true. There's
So
no way.
there's a load of tapes out.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't keep talking. Look at me. You must know that's not true.
Can we just hear the end of this
It's all
news?
here. You had a go at me last week because I didn't have the full story. I've got the full story. You're still not happy.
There is no way that by chance, what should we do? Let's give him a camcorder. That could happen. He then films him at it. That might happen. It might happen, but I don't think he'd keep the camera still. Two, they go, hold on, this is good stuff. This is good shit. This porn's good shit.
Anyway,
Look at
so
that. He's got a lovely shot. Yeah. So this is
they've got-
ridiculous.
they've got
Let me
all
just
these-
recap, because I lost my way there. So the monkey has filmed the monkey porn,
Yeah.
and now they're showing it to the other monkeys.
Is he directing? Can you hear him
It's
saying
just-
stuff?
it's
Can you hear him
like-
go?
It's just like, you know, Chimp Pimp 1, 2 and 3 and all the rest of it, right? But anyway, so they've got all these other tapes, because what happened was, they said he's quite good at this.
Oh,
And the animals,
God!
and the animals are happy having him around because he's not a human. He's just one of the gang. Do you know what I mean? So they started putting him in with other things like, you know, ostriches.
Right.
And
Shit.
there was so, and you know they have a problem with pandas in Japan. So they've sent him out there, filming a bit of. Where are you going?
Honestly, you really annoy me. There's
Come on,
no
please,
way this
like-
is happening.
can we
It's
just hear the end?
absolute. Why can't he just find a real story about a monkey?
Let's
I
hear
mean,
the end.
the end is
He's in
really
China.
that he's going to China. He's filming the pandas and whatever.
No, he's not. They wouldn't send a monkey director.
well, forget
They would
it then,
not
it's a
send a
bit
monkey
pointless.
director.
Right. So anyway, right. I think it's in LA. This happened.
I think. Why does he think?
So these people are in a restaurant having a lovely meal.
Is one of them short and hairy, but it goes, totally covers from top to bottom in a spacesuit, so he didn't know it was a monkey?
It's not one of the customers, one of the waiters?
So they're having a lovely dinner, probably one of the best sort of dinners they've had, right? So the waiter comes over, and it's like, you know, can we just say that I had a lovely meal and that?
Right, it's the chef.
Because it is. Can we see the chef?
Yeah.
So can we just, you know, see the guy who cooked it? Of
course.
Yeah. Short fella, hairy?
So the
Wearing
waiter said, to be
balaclava?
honest,
Doesn't say much.
the waiter said, look, he's busy, you know, he's got meals to cook and what have you. He hasn't really got time. He said, it'll only take a minute. He said, no, I prefer, you know.
So this is a restaurant in LA that serves brilliant food.
I'll pass your message on and what have you, right? So
So he sends for Monkey Pierre White.
so it's a bit odd. Anyway. So they go out, right? They go out to the car and they notice the kitchen door's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they do, because they're going to discover something that I don't know.
So
They're
they
gonna
just,
hold on, this just out of interest, this where did this chef train before we see him or reveal, you know, what he might look like or like to eat?
so
well,
anyway, so they pop their head in and think we'll just nip in and go, you know, love fruit salad or whatever. Yeah. So they stick their head in.
we better see the human chef.
You never guess what?
Go on.
Monkey stood on a chair, right, cooking veg. Right, so anyway, so they're like, what's going on here?
What do you mean? What do you mean he's cooking veg? What is he doing with it?
Well, he's stood on a chair by the cooker and he's chopping stuff.
Oh, he's chopping as well now. He's just
and all
veg,
that.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's got a little, you know, he's got the bosses in there. They're like a bit shocked. So he's a bit panicking because he's got this monkey working for him. So they say to him, "What's going on here? We didn't know this is what's going on. You know, why have you got a monkey cooking stuff?" So he said, "Well,
incidentally, a monkey, I should point out, who probably doesn't need instructions from its girlfriend."
forget it."
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right, there's this monkey, right?
Yeah.
And it had been, do you know you hear about monkeys being badly treated and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So, anyway, it goes into this home. It's 14, this monkey, it's called, Matty, right? Goes into this home where it's looked after.
What do you mean home?
Just like, just a little monkey home, right?
Okay, so zoo.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, but they haven't got any other monkeys there, right?
What have they got there?
They've got just other animals and that, but not that many monkeys. But anyway, because he's there on his own, again, you know...
When you say monkey, do you mean a chimpanzee, by the way? Because you usually do.
Yeah.
I can't believe that journalist thought this was scripted.
Amazing.
So anyway, yeah, so it gets sort of pally with the people working there and that, and it's smoking fags, it's having a drink at night and all this, right?
What do you mean it's having a drink at night? How?
It's all here, Steve. I mean, we haven't really got time, but...
Well, you know, don't say it's all here like it's proof. You've got another stupid story that someone has put onto the internet. Someone sitting at home in their bedroom has put onto the internet.
So it's having a fag, it's drinking a lovely glass of Bangrock Station.
Yeah, the wine that's perfect for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's loving life, it's forgetting about its past and everything, right? When this other monkey comes along,
Oh
no.
Go on, brilliant.
Go on.
right? That comes in, something's said. Right, forget it then.
Monkey news.
Right, this happened in Pittsburgh, right? There's a rock band, and they've got this studio in Pittsburgh and what have you, and they're laying down tracks and stuff like that. And in the studio that they use, right, there's this monkey works there. Right,
I love the way he throws that in. Like he throws that in. This monkey works there.
no, it's just got a little gig there. He sort of it carries the equipment in, guitars, stuff like that.
He doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He just sort of cleans up after the bands.
No, he doesn't.
Emptying the ashtrays.
Doesn't
that sort of
happen.
stuff. It
Doesn't
does,
happen.
That's the gig it's got. Anyway, right.
Gets women out of the crowd that they want to go visit with.
With one arm.
Drag them back.
So anyway, right. So the band's in the studio, right? And one of the band members brings some A&R fella to the studio to have a listen to the latest track. Right?
Yeah.
So they hit play, and they're all there going, "Yeah, brilliant, this is good."
Oh no.
Anyway, so the fella says, "Yeah, I like the track. I especially like the bass on it." Right?
Right, it's because this is bullshit.
So
This is rubbish.
So
And they hadn't laid down a bass track?
so this is. Have you heard it? So
Carl,
the weird
please
thing
don't
is,
do this
right,
to
so
me.
the A&R fella goes, and
Yeah.
it's like, the band members have stood about, and they're going, "That's good that you liked it." And I'm saying, yeah, but what's he on about with the bass? So they played it
No,
back.
this is rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. Where did you get this from?
Please, because we never get to the end. Let's hear it.
This is absolute nonsense.
So they played it back.
Yeah,
right?
and it's the chimp playing bass. Definitely not.
So they were like, that's weird, we haven't got a bassist. Anyway, so they go, well, whatever, right? So
We
they
haven't
leave.
got a bassist.
So,
They
so,
go, whatever, let's go home.
oh, forget it.
Okay, right. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, there's this, card game going on, right? in the, a big hotel in Vegas.
Right.
The Luxor Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's a major card game, all the big players and that.
Sure.
were involved. Right, they're all invited. Anyway, so they all meet up in this dark room at the back of the.
Oh, there we go, dark room. But hairy fella. It was brilliant at poker.
Like I say, it's a big game, and that everyone's been waiting for it. So it's played in the back room, not in the main entrance bit, right? So anyway, like I say, it's dark in there and what have you, and the players went in. There was already someone sat in there, right?
Right.
But they couldn't quite see
Was
him.
it short, hairy bloke with slightly longer arms than legs?
Couldn't see him.
Where
because
is his arms slightly longer than his legs?
couldn't see
Strangely
him with it
enough.
being dark.
Was he
and what have
holding his hand of cards with his feet?
you. Anyway. So the cards were dealt, right? Cards were dealt, game's going on.
His cards with his feet.
Game went on for hours, right?
No one's listening. The terrible thing is that not even we're listening to Karl now. Literally no one is listening to Karl.
There was a lot of smoking going on.
It's going on.
A lot of eating and nuts going on. That was a bit weird because they don't normally get through as many, but for this night. So, come on, let's just play Bruce.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, well, I thought we'd go for sort of a Christmas feel, right? So, this one, it happened in Stockholm, right? A couple of years ago, around the Christmas time. There's this little grotto, right?
Everything he says is funny, isn't it?
A little grotto was set up and stuff, right? And, it was getting busier and busier, right? This little grotto, there was only one in Stockholm, right? Queue was massive and stuff.
Well, that's not true.
And this,
That's not true. There's
No,
not
but
one.
fine, just listen.
But that's not true. A couple of years ago,
interrupt the
if
news.
you'd have said 1,000 years ago.
yeah, it was busy in
interrupt
that.
the
And there was this bloke who had a kid, and the kid was saying, Dad, you know, can I go and see, you know, Father Christmas in the grotto?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I don't want to join that queue, it's too big, right? And loads of the Father Christmases who was in the booth, they kept jacking it in because the queue was that big.
What do you
Too
mean loads of
stressful.
Father Christmas in the booth? What
Because
booth?
they got through loads in the grotto, the Father Christmas and that, right? They couldn't act the pressure of the queues. The queues were massive for this grotto.
This is rubbish.
Right,
So they
come on,
kept, so they kept getting through like loads of Father Christmases.
They just
Like,
kept walking
different
off.
people. They kept saying, I can't handle this. You'll have to get a new one in, right?
Right, okay.
Anyway, so this fella, right? The kid kept asking every day, "Can we go in there?" He said, "No, look, the queue's big." Anyway, one day, the queue was suddenly a lot shorter, right? Because they got a new little Father Christmas fella.
I can't, I mean, I
No, right.
in the
Right,
grotto.
Karl. If this Father Christmas turns out to be about
So-
3'6" and hairy,
So anyway, right, so he's going, come on then, we'll join the queue, right? So he joins the queue, and he's you know, the queue's going down really fast, people are going in and out really quick, and he's going, how are they managing to do this, right? And he sort of looks through the curtain, he can just see a little slight thing, and he can see the bloke who's, like, dressed up as Father Christmas, he's handing them out with his hands and his feet and that, right? So they're going, no, look, if you don't...
I'm going to die!
So, anyway, so...
Please don't interrupt the news, Rick. I want to hear the news. No, just
So he's queuing up, right, and he's going, oh, he's good on him, you know, he's got a new method of handing out the presents and that. Whilst he's queuing there, there's a little fella selling, chestnuts, so he thinks, oh, I'll buy some of them, and, you know, something to munch on whilst I'm in the queue and stuff.
yeah.
And, so anyway, he's queuing up, he's eating the chestnuts, comes to his turn,
Yeah.
right?
It's
he
absolute
goes,
rubbish.
What are you on about?
It's absolute rubbish.
So
cut long story short, you reckon that they hired a chimp to hand out presents for Father Christmas?
and so he brought the chestnuts in, and the monkey attacked him. And
Well,
ate them.
he went off, right? And he's going, why is it all going mad? And
You're
there's a little
absolutely
fella,
talking
there's
rubbish.
a little fella that sat there with like a little beard on and that.
Yeah,
And,
you're talking rubbish. You're talking rubbish.
Well, it's not worth me carrying on then.
No, it's not worth you carrying on because again.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, this is something that I do know about, alright? If monkeys have been up to anything in the world, this is what I'm on. Do you know what I mean? This is
Yeah,
what
you're on
I'm
top
on
of this.
top of this. This one, it's pretty recent. Monkey was knocking about New York.
Oh, yeah.
He got locked up for like nicking stuff and all the rest of it, right? Anyway, that's the past.
I don't know where. It's pointless.
Well, hang on, Steve, does that
But you know
look
what I
like
mean? If that's the opening gambit, if I don't come in there, when do I come in?
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
listen.
If I don't pick him up on that, when do I come in?
Steve, I can show you the original.
Nicking stuff.
Anyway, so he worked on a plan to escape.
Oh, shut up.
Right, and he'd worked it all out. He saw the bloke with the keys and that.
How do we know this? How do we know this?
This isn't even the main bit of the story. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Because
please.
no, because he's embellished and it's.
So anyway,
I've said this before, I'm going to say it now. You do not interrupt the news. It's the news.
So anyway, right, so the monkey gets out. He's roaming about free. Word gets out that he's escaped and that, right? The copper, I think his name's PC Wilcox of NYPD, right?
Police Constable Wilcox of the New York Police Constable Wilcox.
Leave it.
Yeah.
We've only got a few minutes left, please.
Dixon of Queens.
So he got a call to sort of assist, you know, this monkey roaming about.
PC Wilcox of the New York PD.
Ricky!
Because they were having problems catching it. Right?
So he was called in.
So he was out on his motorbike looking what's going on. Anyway, cut a long story short, he manages to catch up with the monkey. Right?
Why did the monkey have a car?
He got it in like a little
Why did
alleyway.
the monkey steal a car, Carl?
Anyway, so he had him, he gave him the rights and everything, you know, everything he used to say and all that business. He said,
Whoa,
Steve.
Monkeys don't talk.
So
Carl,
Steve.
Carl, monkey, he didn't need to say anything you say, maybe take it down.
So anyway,
Carl, look
Steve,
at me
right?
as well.
No,
Carl,
I'm just telling Steve because he's listening.
But Carl, think
It's
what you're
easy to
saying.
put stuff down. So anyway, the cop, you know, the monkey's like fair cop, right? He's on the back of the motorbike being taken back to the station.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Anyway, Wilcox gets a call on
Wilcox,
on the radio,
Sure.
saying, you know, listen, there's been another problem,
Oh no.
right? Will you?
There was a diversion. There was a gang.
There was a gang. Right?
Oh.
So he said, can you go and sort it out? And he's like, well, I've got a monkey on my back. He said, well, take it with you.
Was he on
right?
drugs?
So anyway,
Isn't that what junkies say?
so he goes down to the scene where it's all kicking off. Monkey's just sat on the motorbike thinking, I'm not going to try and get away, it'll just make the matter worse, right? He's sat there. The gang...
Hold on, was he wearing a crash helmet?
The gang, sort of, you know, he saw all that going off. Copper goes up.
Sorry, was this a gang of humans?
So anyway, it's kicking off, right? There's a gang, and they're all having a fight and what have you. Anyway, it gets out of hand because Wilcox, even though he sort of helps out the person who was being beaten up, he walks off, the gang starts picking on the copper.
Oh no.
So, the monkey thinks, best help out here.
Oh!
He goes up, right?
No.
Anyway, cut a long story short.
Yeah!
They let the monkey off, he got keys to the city. Steve,
How did he help out the policeman?
have a look at that. Have a look, there's the facts.
It's not fact. It never happened.
That's the facts.
I mean, everything about it's wrong. Everything about it is nonsense.
Steve?
Well, all I say is there's a picture here of a monkey brandishing a gun. If that's not truth, if that's not fact,
Have a look.
then there it is right there.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, what we're doing here is, right, just giving you a bit of monkey news that's gone on, right, where a monkey's been involved in it. Good little story in that.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the one that went into space? The first sort of thing they ever sent up there? Before man did it and all that. You see, this is what annoys me with it really. Armstrong gets all the glory, but do you know who went up there before him?
A monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog went up first.
But what was the monkey called?
Oh, I don't know.
No, sure, okay. So it's not the most informed news bulletin.
The dog was called Leica.
Was it?
Yeah, they couldn't get it back there. They sent it up there, did a few tests and stuff, and they couldn't get it back. They weren't prepared to bring the capsule back yet. Brilliant. We could all do that.
So is that a good mission?
Well, I just think it was seeing what if the mission itself killed it, but they didn't have the technology, because of course it couldn't fly the capsule back, which it has to be manned to bring
right,
it.
well this was the next one up then, right? So the dog must have gone first, and then they went, right, we made an error there, right? Get the monkey in. And what happened is they taught it what buttons to hit at the time that it needed to hit them, and the way they did this was like give it bananas. It was like hit the red button, and it hit the red button, they'd give it a banana.
Right.
And they go, right, reverse is the green one, hit the green one. And then they do that and go, there's a banana. And then they go, right, hit reverse, and it go, and get a banana.
Right.
Hit the red, so it was taking commands on like headphones.
Right, but how were they
Is
giving it
that
the
how you
banana?
learn to do radio?
How were they giving it the banana?
What do you mean? No, this is before it went. You wouldn't just go and put a monkey in it and go, there you go, get on with it. They'd sort of put him in one of them capsules that you get.
Yeah.
And they were on headphones.
I don't believe this happened.
Well, I'm telling you the story now. So the monkey
I don't think they trained it to do anything. I think they sent it up there and he put electrodes coming out of it to see what.
It wasn't any of that. They did a thing like they do, like they can with animals. If you give something, like a treat, you can teach it how to do it. It's just like a dog, isn't it?
It's called Pavlovian conditioning. However, that was to see if it would salivate or go over to a particular corner, not if it could control a spacecraft.
Next one up. It's the next one up. As far as the monkey's not sat there going, oh, I'm a bit under pressure here, it's a rocket. All that's knowing is, I'm getting a banana if I hit that button. That's all the monkey's thinking about.
They wouldn't put billions of space dollars.
But how can they be sure that it's going to press the button at the right moment?
Because it's got headphones on. They're telling it. It's not
like you have now.
It's not like willy-nilly. It's not just like pop it in there.
Willy-nilly, who's that?
But what's to stop it from just hitting it any old time? Because it's a monkey and it's not a human.
Because he's trained now.
But anyway,
it's trained.
It's fully trained. Yeah.
So what happened is anyway.
Oh, this is absolute rubbish.
They pop the monkey in there.
Yeah.
He's got his headphones on. They're going right. Hit the green one, and I think there's something there that a little banana comes out to keep the same.
No, you're making this up.
I'm not. It's the same.
There's no way that they made a spacecraft that had a banana dispenser. There's no way in this world that they made a spacecraft that could go into outer space, right? Manned by a monkey with a banana dispenser.
So you're saying that it's easy to send something up to space, but you don't believe there's a little banana machine?
Right, okay, so in your world, there's a monkey and it's been conditioned and there's a little monkey dispenser, monkey dispenser, a banana dispenser,
right? So it comes to the launch day, monkeys sat in there, everyone's ready, bananas are stocked up and all the rest of it. They go, right, hit the green button. Right, and the rocket goes off and what have you.
No, they would not make the monkey launch the rocket. Karl, you are living in a cartoon world.
So the rocket goes off, right?
This is absolute bollocks.
It's all going well.
I mean, I don't know what you're gonna... It's not going well. There's no way a monkey launched a rocket. There's no way a monkey launched a rocket, you idiot.
It's all going on, so they're going, hit the left button, and it goes a little bit left.
Left button! Right, well-known spacecraft command. This is Houston, hit the left button. Oh, brilliant. This is what happened in Apollo 13. Hit the left button. So it
goes left. Yeah, it goes left.
So it goes left, and it's going well.
It goes left!
Yeah.
No, the moon! You're going right!
It goes for the moon, everything's going well.
Right.
They get up there, it does whatever it does. It reverse, it comes back. Right? So then...
honestly, you are brain dead. So you are one of the most stupid people, that I would rather have the monkey drive me home than you.
So the thing is, so it lands back, it does a good job and everything, it gets out, and this is
bananas.
This is where it turns a bit sad, because after it's done that mission, right, because it happened and it was all safe and everything, the next one would have been to send man.
Right.
So the monkey enjoyed it and it was like, well, I want to do it again, right? But they were like...
So how did they know that? How did they know
just the way it looked and what have you, it was like...
Fuck off! Just the way it looked! You are a maniac.
So the thing is though, right, so after it had done that, it was on such a high, right?
Yeah.
It could never get that high again. There was nothing that it could do.
Went on tour, did it?
It sort of ended up killing itself. Because it could never get that buzz that it got.
Right, that was absolute bollocks.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right. Well, this week, what we're covering is, do you know, like they say, monkeys are pretty close to humans.
Well, when you say monkeys, you mean apes, I assume, and when you say apes, you mean chimpanzees.
Monkeys and that.
Well, no, because they're different species. They're all primates.
They've done a lot of tests and that. Like I said, we've talked about the one that went into space.
That was rubbish.
Had ones that have worked in train stations.
No.
So
Barbers, was there a barber one?
There was a barber one. He started off sweeping, didn't he? But he didn't immediately go in.
Straight into, he worked his way up, yeah.
They do apprenticeship.
They do a lot of stuff.
I've seen the salon. He was probably the top student.
But the thing is, I mean, in a way, this is linked to the one in the salon. He could cut hair, but he'd never be allowed to work on the till, right? But these tests that they've been doing now...
Why? Are they not trustworthy?
Well, they've had problems understanding money, right? But they've got one recently that they've been teaching about the value of money and showing it that, you know, to get this money you've got to work hard, you've got to save your money, and when it's saved
That's all bollocks.
you can do what you want with that money.
Yeah, it wouldn't
But
happen.
at the end of the day, these monkeys aren't on that much money.
Yeah,
So-
and they wouldn't. You could never teach a monkey the value of money.
So the thing is, they've said to these monkeys, look, you know, there's your money.
They haven't said anything
You're
to the
only getting
monkeys.
so
They
much
have, Rick.
money,
Please listen to the news.
but
It's the news.
it's important that, you know, they know how to spend that money, right? It's basic rules, really. It's what you teach a human about money, innit? It's what you teach kids. The
So
value
invest
of money.
wisely.
Invest and all that.
Sorry, who's
they
teaching
got
these
past,
monkeys? Well, Carl, stop.
Just some people and that.
But who? Where are these
The
monkeys?
monkey people.
But where are these monkeys? Where are these
I
monkeys
think
being?
it's in San Francisco.
Where are these monkeys though? What are they in a shop? What are they doing? Are they in homes? What are they doing?
Just
in the
like,
zoo?
well, probably just in like some sort of science place where science people are checking out monkeys' brains and that and seeing how they work. But they're happy. They're not.
This is
cutting them
different to the news at 10.
So listen.
Well, yeah, but you can't interrupt the newscasters for one thing, Rick. Please.
Sorry, go on.
So there's these monkeys, right, and they've given them some money, probably about £5, and they said, right, off you go, go shopping, see who comes back with the best. Sort of, how much can you get? You know, like in
Ready, Steady, Cook.
Steady, Cook, where they say, there's a £5, go and get some food. Anyway, some came back and they were like, you know, they hardly had anything. Right?
This is absolute shit.
No, listen.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
bollocks.
yeah.
Listen.
But one of them, right, he was away longer, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, I think he came back last. But they were really impressed because he sort of said, this is amazing that you've got all this. Can't believe it. Give us the receipt, right?
Oh, this is absolute
Right, forget it then, forget it. No,
listen.
forget it.
No, this is absolute shit.
We want to hear the end.
No.
Look, hang on a minute, right? So they said, give us the receipt and that, and they looked at it, and it was all official, right? And they went through it all, and what they were really impressed by is the way that they always went for the sort of slightly older veg, where you get 2 lots for the price of one.
Right, you're absolute.
So, and it just goes to show,
This is
right?
absolute bollocks.
Well,
There's
forget it
no
then.
way.
If you're
There's
not
no
gonna-
way.
Forget it.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news, you.
Right, this week the monkey news is about, you know, we all know, like, you know, there's monkeys knocking about that aren't happy in this country.
Sure.
Aren't they?
It is a big problem, yeah, it's an epidemic.
So they've set up like this this sanctuary place
Okay.
where they all go. The ones that aren't happy in a zoo and what have you, it's getting them down.
They can phone a number and they'll come and pick them up.
Pop them in this house place, right? And basically they can run riot in there.
Yeah.
To get freedom to sort of cheer themselves up. It's like, don't have a go at them. If they want to do such a thing, let them have a go and what have you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's 3 people running this place, right? And one of them.
Sorry, where is this place for wayward chimps who don't like the zoo? What are you talking about? A house where they can do what they want?
I'm not sure where it is.
That's a surprise. Go on.
But there's this place anyway. It doesn't matter where it is, does it? At the end of the day, I'm just telling you what the problem is. We haven't got to the problem bit yet.
Go on.
I'm just building up to it, right? So these monkeys, big house and that,
PlayStation, anything they want.
gym, all that lot, swimming.
Jim.
So anyway, I'll cut to the chase, whatever. One of them wanted to mess about with the woman's breasts. Right?
Which woman's breasts?
The woman who works there,
Right.
right? And she was like, right, pack it in, you know, we've all had a bit of fun. You've been in the gym and everything. She obviously, you know, got a bit excited and that. He was fired up and that, ready for some more action and that. He's trying to have a go on this woman's breast, right? She was like,
Have a go.
She was like, no, you're not doing that. Pack it in and all that. The boss who's running the place was like, come on, let him have a go.
No, right, you're talking shit.
I'm telling you what, I know sometimes I step over the mark and they made
Right, so where is this place where, well, 1, where is this house where chimps are allowed to do what they want? And 2, where is this place where one of the bosses, one of the human bosses, suggests to the other one, oh, if the chimp wants to play with your tits, love, let the chimp play with his tits.
I've said before, Rick, will you please stop interrupting
No,
this
but listen,
news?
it's alright, Steve, because what I'll do, I'll bring the link and you can put the link on the website and people can have a look at the proper story. I'm just giving it them in the, like, headline form here. They can read the full thing.
No, you've only read the headline form.
I haven't read it. I sort of read like the first.
It was
paragraph.
probably monkey feels a right tit, and you've extrapolated all this from that.
So anyway, right? So he's there, and he's.
So the boss says, "Yeah, you can have a group."
Saying, the boss is saying, "Let him have a go."
Come on, Rita. If monkey wants to play with nipples, let him.
So she's like, "I'm not happy with this," and he's going, "Come on, you know the rules here. We've got to cheer these monkeys up."
Oh, this is absolute.
We valued it.
Actually, no, and in the end, because she didn't allow it to happen, the fella bloke sacked her, got someone else in. This isn't made up. I will put the link on the website and everyone can have a look at it, but basically...
I want to see the advert he put in the Guardian media page. I love that. Woman wanted to let Chimp feel tits whenever it wants.
Well, it's all up there.
You're talking absolute shit again.
So anyway, that reminded me, because we were talking about other amazing stuff that Ricky told me to find out about. Steve, are you aware of bonobos?
We mentioned them earlier. I'm not particularly familiar with bonobos.
Right.
It sounds like a cream cake.
No, they were a sort of a chimpanzee, but more advanced than the traditional chimpanzee. They live in one sort of particular area, and you know, it's the sort of closest animal to the missing link. They're very intelligent. They take on a lot of social aspects of human. They have sex for pleasure and no other.
Steve's looking annoyed.
He's done ya. Yeah, what did you find out about
apparently, I found out it's 98% not human, this kind of thing. It's nearly human, but it's not.
We share 98% of DNA with it.
Yeah, 98%.
It's a higher percentage than you.
They have sex for pleasure.
They do look a bit like him, though. They've got a little round head, haven't they?
But,
and they're much more upright than the, you know, got a more flexible.
I sort of get bored with animals that are like classed as being intelligent, right? So when you told me,
I get bored with them
because they're not doing enough. They're not playing Nintendo.
Do you know like that people always rave on about dolphins, saying, "Oh, they're really bright and that."
Yeah.
You know, I was having an argument with Suzanne about it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, dolphins are really intelligent." And I said, "But what? What have they done?" So she said, "Well, they use them in wars. They strap bombs to the back to go out to boats, to then blow up the boats."
Yeah, they're trained. Yeah.
Well, that isn't that bright. If it was really bright, it'd go, "I'm not doing that."
Well, no, they leave them. They don't blow themselves up. They, anyway. But
right. Well. So anyway, so bonobos, really bright and that. Now, I was looking at them, and they are, you know, they're saying, you know, they're just like humans, basically, right? Well, what I was thinking is, I didn't have a chance to ask you, if you got a mentalist,
right,
and put the bonobo in an exam.
Okay, right, okay. What do you mean a mentalist? What do you mean?
Well, you know, someone who's, you know, a little bit, just a little bit slower than me, and put them in an exam. What would happen?
Right, okay, you've got to be clearer here, Karl. What are you saying? Are you saying pit the wits of a bonobo against
someone who's educationally subnormal?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Again, I don't know where to start.
No, but if they're that good, why aren't they being used in labour and stuff? Do you know what I mean?
What in the what do you mean in the government?
Like, you know, like some jobs that they could do. Why hasn't someone caught onto it and thought, well, hang on a minute.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with the bonobo. Seriously, could it do a job of work? How advanced are these creatures?
Lots of animals do job of work. I think Karl wants this bonobo to start going to work with an umbrella and a bowler hat and have sort of like rudimentary language skills like morning, morning.
So so I couldn't employ the bonobo to be my PA. It's not. I mean, how advanced are they? Could I teach you to go in the shops and collect something and bring it home?
But you can teach a dog to do that.
Yeah.
It depends what you mean by intelligence, social interaction, also dexterity capability, you know.
Could it produce this show?
Yes! I'd have thought it could, randomly.
Yeah. Just by pressing the buttons it could do a better job.
It depends what you're asking, Karl. What you mean is, could a chimp beat a thick human at an intelligence test?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it depends on what the problem with the human is, doesn't it? Right. First of all, mental illness has nothing to do with intelligence. Let's get that straight. That's one thing. Mental people aren't necessarily less or intelligent than people.
Now, is that the clinical term?
Well, exactly.
A mentalist.
A mentalist.
Sometimes I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to start with where he's going wrong with the question, to answer it, to find out what he really means, because...
It's just that if that did happen, right?
What could happen? You want the Planet of the Apes, don't you?
Here we go.
Go on.
Right? I go to school, I go to a new school.
Yeah.
I go in the class, there's 3 bonobos sat on the back row.
Yeah.
Right? I think it would make
They're
everybody...
bad kids, are they?
Everybody would work harder if you go, well, I don't want a monkey beating me. Whereas when I went to
you think
school...
there'd be an incentive?
Yeah.
Well, I think...
Okay, they go, oh, go on, what do you mean?
No, I would have loved it, because, I mean, one of the reasons I didn't like school is it's like, oh, I'm not bothered. You know, I'm not bothering going in today. I'd love it if I went in and someone said, right, you're going to start coming again. Why is that? We've got 3 bonobos in your class.
What if they didn't hang out together, like the 2 little, kids with the webbed hands and the big heads?
What if they started bullying you? Stealing your pocket money?
Well,
maybe
I wouldn't go in, I'd stop
maybe
going.
copying you, maybe making you do their homework.
Yeah. They did find out you...
To be honest, it would probably be the other way round. And he'd score better.
Yeah. Karl, have you been copying?
Have you been copying the bonobos again?
Have you been copying Boo Boo again?
That'd be good though, wouldn't it?
But we've got a new